Today on CCX News, removing classroom distractions, how a Plymouth high school is working to keep eyes off phones and focused on teachers. Thanks for joining us. Teachers at Armstrong High School had one big concern before classes started: what to do about cell phones. They say distracted students need to be retaught lessons. Now, a simple but effective tool is helping students stay focused as classes get underway.
It's called an RFID bag, and it's a radio frequency identification. And really all we're asking is students that if during the instructional time that they want to put it away so they don't get notifications, they can just put it in the bag.
Radio frequency identification, or RFID bags, temporarily block notifications from reaching phones. Armstrong High School gave each of its 1,800 students a bag that they can use to store their phone during class time. Students are free to use their phones during passing time or lunch, but can't have them out in class. Armstrong Principal Eric Norby says cell phones have been a steady distraction since students came back from the COVID lockdowns.
Well, the big picture is just that we want kids to be engaged. We want them to be communicating to adults and to each other and kind of get back to the way school used to be and engage more. And what we saw was in the last 2 years is our engagement was down. Seems like personal interaction was down because of cell phones.
Norby says he's had good feedback from students and families on the pouches, which were all paid for by an anonymous donor. Maple Grove's largest employer is getting $2.6 million from the state to help expand its Weaver Lake Road campus. Boston Scientific will receive $1.6 million from the state's Job Creation Fund and $1 million from the Minnesota Investment Fund. This will help with the 50,000 square foot expansion on its Weaver Lake campus, which is expected to add 440 new jobs.
And very exciting, obviously, to us for Boston Scientific to continue their manufacturing expansion in Minnesota.
Deed's Kevin McKinnon says this is the state's way of supporting Boston Scientific and the medtech industry's growth in Minnesota. Boston Scientific won't see all the money immediately. The grant comes once the company fulfills its plan of adding sustainable jobs. Boston Scientific is also close to opening its new Arbor Lakes location alongside Interstate 694. People looking to get rid of unwanted furniture or make a few improvements around the house will soon have a new place in the Northwest Metro where they can take care of both of those things. Delaney Cleveland takes us inside Brooklyn Park's new Habitat for Humanity Restore.
If one man's trash is another's treasure, then this warehouse on the corner of 93rd and Winnetka is akin to finding a pot of gold.
Feel like I'm living in a field of dreams most days, where it's like if you build it, they will come.
Robin Henriksen is the director of Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity Restore, a nonprofit retail outlet aimed at bargain hunters, subcontractors, and do-it-yourselfers. Revenue generated from Restore helps build 5 Habitat homes every year.
It's also keeping things out of the waste stream. Last year we kept 6 million pounds out of the waste stream in our 2 existing stores. This store has the potential to keep an additional 1 million pounds out of the waste stream, even in its first year.
Most of the items for sale came through donations. The team here spent all summer getting this new Brooklyn Park store stocked and ready.
Specifically, our friends within the Brooklyn Park and the Northern Metro have been really key in helping us get this store filled up and ready to open.
The donation door opened this week. They're looking for things like home improvement items and gently used furniture. Henriksen doesn't expect the showroom to open until mid-September, but once it does, she's excited about what people will find.
Stop in and see what we have, see if we can save you a few dollars on the items that you need, and you might even find something that you didn't know you needed but you really want.
In Brooklyn Park, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
The Brooklyn Park Restore will have a soft opening in mid-September, but they plan to have a grand opening celebration October 10th and 11th. There will be food trucks, prizes, and special deals for shoppers. In Crystal, a newly completed project showcases a significant demand for different housing options in the city. CCX News and city leaders received a tour inside one of the Creek Edge townhomes just off 36th and Douglas. The 3-bed, 2.5-bath townhomes are for rent. City officials say there's nothing like it in Crystal, and the demand was significant. Developer Aaron Baruch says a couple hundred people put themselves on a waiting list for the 8 townhome units.
I think it really does present a unique opportunity because people can get into such a high level of like a luxury living type of place at a pretty reasonable price point.
Rent is roughly $2,500 a month for each of the townhomes. All of them are rented out. Baruch said he would be interested in building something like this again in Crystal if the opportunity presented itself. Maple Grove Transit is celebrating a ridership record. Riders using Maple Grove Transit to visit the Minnesota State Fair reached an all-time high this year. More than 30,000 riders boarded the bus for the state fairgrounds. That's a 10% increase over last year. According to data obtained by CCX News, the previous high was in 2019, the year before the pandemic. Finally, this segment, a chance to help pick your favorite views of a city. The finalists have been selected for Brooklyn Park's citywide photo contest, and now you can help pick the winners. There are finalists in 7 different categories. You can vote now through September 14th. We'll leave you with a look at some of those finalists.